So it's the morning of my flight test. It's 6:30 and here in Aldershot it's beautiful. I mean, the sky, wish I was out flying this morning because the sky just looks amazing. Let me just swap it around. I've checked the forecast. The forecast looks good. There's a rain front coming through kind of now, but quite a weak one. And you know, it looks good for about lunchtime. It's gonna be rainy and later, like 4 o'clock, but hopefully we should be good. I generally don't trust forecasts until they're a few hours before the actual time. So on the way to the flight test now, it's about a 3 hours journey to get there. I'm on the M25. Traffic looks clear at the moment, so it's all good. So just trying to be positive, and even though I feel a little nervous, I feel I've prepared quite well, or as best as I can. And it is a learning experience, so we'll see how we go. So we're just going through Birmingham. Let's see the Dunlop, Fort Dunlop. I've never seen that before. So we've been through a little bit of rain, and it's a little bit concerning, but that is what the forecast said. So it looks like it's much brighter. You can almost see a bit of blue sky up there. So we're hoping for good weather, and about another hour to go. I'm just taking the measurement of the wind just to make sure. The drone can go up to, I think, about 40 miles an hour in sport mode, but obviously we don't want to be flying at 40 mile an hour gusts. But we've got gusts of about 8 miles an hour. That's the maximum at the moment. So that's well within the forecast. So I'll put that on the risk assessment and the form. So I did a pre-arrival risk assessment, and now I'm just checking that the things on my initial assessment are actually correct. Now standing here, it's certainly much more hilly than I anticipated. It looks on obviously the satellite view. So, you know, that's interesting. But it's much more open than I was anticipating as well. So it's a nice location. Wind speed is 9 mph, 17 degrees. Right, I've got some more stuff to do here, but I really want to do that once I actually get over to the location where we're going to take off, because I can't get a full view of where I'm going to fly. So I'm going to fly over that way, and I just want to check that I can, you know, I can see what I need to over there.
So we're done with the exam. How was it?
I passed!
There were so many birds and I needed to interrupt so many times, like a ground crew here. There are birds flying. There was an actual helicopter.
Yeah, I've never seen a helicopter when being flying, but today on my test we had a helicopter fly over, okay, probably 600 feet, but we had to, we had to move out of its way. So it's kind of, I feel much more relieved now having done it, and it is a bit scary, but the relief is, immense really. So, but I couldn't have done it without Rebecca. She did amazing as a ground crew, so she controlled the crowd that wasn't actually a crowd, but a potential crowd. She spotted things, ducks and geese that were flying about, heard the helicopter, I think, so yeah, brilliant.
So now
really chuffed.
We celebrate! Okay, now we're driving home and then we celebrate.
Yeah. It's been a few days since I did my operational evaluation, and I got my result through yesterday, and I passed with 55 points out of 57. I was pleased to pass, but I'd set the bar quite high in that I wanted to get 100% where possible, and I know a couple of the mistakes I made, and I was a bit disappointed I made those mistakes, but I was pleased with the mark, but disappointed I made the mistakes. But that's the way it goes. So I got my operations manual through also the same day, and it's 55 pages long. I've looked through it, and it's a very detailed document which is really going to make up a big part of the application through to the CAA. The other thing that I've done recently is I've been out and bought a Mini 2. You might say, what's the point of doing the GVC course and having a Mini 2? Because actually the Mini 2 gives you more flight possibilities really than GVC course does. So, I wonder that myself. Should I have just bought a Mini and not done the GVC course? I think the important thing for me is I've learned a massive amount about the, about drones and about how to fly them and about how to do it safely. And even though the Mini will give me most freedom with what I can do, I think what I've learned through the course really is that just because you can do something, it doesn't mean you should do it.